Search and destroy strategy, backlot, defense. Keep in mind this is not one continuous game, it's only meant to show you one or two possible pathways you can take of thousands available. Alright, we're going to go to B to set up defenses. Now, majority of the time the enemy does go to A, including ourselves when we're on offense. That being said, you don't want to leave this place completely open, so normally I always go to B to set up at least defenses and sometimes hang out if not enough people are dying at A. I'm going to pause it right here. Firstly, I find this claymore right here on the outside, sort of slightly back from the opening there, angled inward with that first laser going across, right across that door frame there, closest to the right hand side. I find that one to be very effective. Most people aren't expecting that, so that's why I placed that one there. I mean, there's the obvious one, which is the claymore in that room that we were just in where I placed that one first. Some people get killed by it, but more and more often people sort of recognize the fact that they need to watch it. Not to mention Bomb Squad, but it doesn't matter. It'll still slow them down a little bit. Anyway, the other alternative, which I'll show in another clip, is one if you push right through. You don't stop, you don't throw any grenades, you just sprint with an SMG and extreme conditioning, and you get to the very far end. Again, that one they're not usually expecting either. Unfortunately, too often is the case where the other team at A gets smoked, because that's usually where the entire offensive team goes. So I'm going to head back here. Now I can see them actually to the left, and I know they're heading in, so I cook a grenade and finish them off. Alright, well, if you can't rely on your team, I would go to A, and in this case here, I'm actually going to rush, so SMG Extreme, just so I have the jump on them, and I'm going to rush right in there. It's very dangerous, number one, because they like to throw grenades. Lucky for me, that was actually just a stun. This guy doesn't see me because I ducked around the corner. Now, it's important, like, as you can see, I removed myself from there to actually reload. Now, I wasn't completely out of the area there, but at least I could have dropped down, and there was only one way they could have gotten at me. Now, when you hear all this commotion going on there, and you know that there's an enemy in there, don't sit back and just wait. Go after them. They're preoccupied with your teammates or whatever the case may be, but, I mean, they're focused on that person. When you enter in there, you're like an additional little sort of variable that they weren't prepared for. Alright, under pressure I end up swiping my my knife, which I mistaken for a huge-ass samurai sword. Yeah, I was a little twitchy. Alright, we're gonna go to A again. And this time I'm not gonna actually rush in. I'm gonna hold short on the doorway here, and I'm gonna cook a grenade for anyone trying to rush in there. And I'm just gonna pause it quickly. Now, as you can see, I just barely survived that grenade that was thrown there. Everyone throws grenades from the offense. At least one or two people will throw it. Sometimes it hits this corner, sometimes it'll be over the building and into the courtyard that I was just actually in, and I'm kind of standing in anyway. That's why I like to go with Extreme and a light gun, again, an SMG, that's why I always choose it, to get into position fast and avoid those grenades. This one I just barely escaped, but generally you want to get through there, and hugging on the outside of the door there usually is a little bit safer than staying in the courtyard area. So now we're just going to look in the doorway, and we've got that claymore there to protect anyone trying to rush from that side. It protects me and lets me know if anyone's trying to come around the end there. And we get lucky here from this guy. Don't know where he came from, don't really care. I'm going to pause it here again quickly. Alright, I placed that claymore across the door there, and the only reason why I did that is because I don't have a silencer on. I just killed a dude, so I figure if someone's actually brave enough, like if it was me, I'd be rushing through there probably trying to kill who's ever out there. Now they don't, so it's kind of a waste, and really I usually would have placed it on the back gate where I first entered the courtyard, you know, straight ahead and to the left, you know, that opening there where they can come through the back alley. And as you can see, you'll see in a second why, actually after I kill the bomb planter. So I hold back. I can hear a bunch of commotion going on in there. I take my time, but I know that there's a chance that someone's actually in there and planting, so I slowly move into position, and you'll see me spray like crazy. I never said I was that accurate. Effective, but not that accurate. So again, I duck back because I got those claymores protecting me if anyone rushes, but you'll see why that back one, that other one that I placed should have been on the back. I'm going forward again, and I see that dude there. He held short because he saw the claymores. He ran back. Luckily for me, he didn't see me there. Maybe it's not an obvious spot. I take a couple of shots here. I just wasn't sure if anyone was prone, which they weren't. And luckily for me, my teammate gets a sniper shot on him and ends it with a headshot. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. For more strategies and tactics on modern warfare and World at War, visit nextgentactics.com.